Okay. All right, guys. This is the first episode of OG Muay Thai fighters that I believe have to have this story told to the world. And I'm very honored to have my first guest, Victor Hot Chili Nagbe. Victor,
Yeah.
this story of yours, I think is very unique. Because of your background and obviously the time you've spent in Thailand. You've been around, you've been in Queensland, you've been in country Victoria, you've worked with some of the best trainers in the world. But
Mm.
what I really wanted to start with is life in Liberia.
Mm.
Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
Latin Liberia was pretty. I don't remember much, but as parents, it was a bit tough. So uh, it's like every third world country is a bit tough over there. So as a kid, I don't remember much, but I know that we had it pretty tough, and my parents had to work hard to get to where they are. So yeah, life in Liberia, you know, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, for sure, man. And your parents decided to make the move to Australia.
Yeah.
What was settling in Australia like from like early memories? Obviously, there's a big cultural difference and so
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah, I was quite young. I think I was 10 years old. And
Mm,
then when I came here, we moved from Brisbane. My parents live in the state, in Cleveland, but we live here. So my mom didn't want to move to America because she wanted to stay here till we were growing up. But life in Queensland was, I don't know, I had a bit of anger issues, so I can't
okay.
really say much. So I went to primary school at Veranda Primary School. It's like a
Uh-huh.
Catholic primary school in Tripuru. And I think I was like the only African there.
Mm,
And and every kid's over there, they see you a bit different, and then they try to say something to you.
sure.
And for me, I'm not kind of person where you say something to me, and I want to react to it. So the only way I was reacting it was with fists. So and I remember if I want to play, they'll say no, and then I was like, okay, if I don't play, then nobody plays. So I was,
Mm,
yeah, it was Queensland is a little bit racist, So, but it's like everywhere. You got a bit of racism there, but yeah, it was quite tough trying to, to deal with it. And for me, I'm that kind of person. I don't like to fit in. I like just staying out and do my own. So
yes.
if I see you, you don't want me to do it, you want me to fit in, I just take the fuck off. Sorry for my language, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously that like individuality and uniqueness has been very instrumental in your success in your
Mm,
Muay Thai career and now going into boxing.
yeah.
Um, I heard in a couple of podcasts that there was a someone who you met in Queensland during your time there that introduced you to martial arts. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I was a really troublesome kid. You know what I mean? When I was young, um, I was to the point where I either go to jail for 8 years or you know uh change my life.
Mm,
And I remember I was in grade 9 at that time, and we were running away from the police because we just had a street fight. Where someone hurt and we're running away. And then I met this guy. I was sitting in the bar. It was probably around like 1 a.m. in the morning, and it was like doing probably on a Thursday night or something like that. And then the guy, his name is Marcus, and he goes, what are you doing over there? And then where you running from? And I said, I'm not running. He said, why you ask so late? Does the parents know you're out? And I said, yeah, my parents know I'm out. I'm going home now. You got a problem? He said, no. I just want to help you out. And I see you running away from the police coming. And then he put me and hide me. And then after that,
cool.
he goes, what you doing with your life? And I'm like, I don't know, man. You know. He goes, you be in school. And he's like, you like to fight. I can see you guys are in trouble. He said, come to the gym. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, I can take you to a gym, and you can do something with yourself because he looks like, a kid's like, you love fighting, and I can see it from your face. You got a bit of attitude. So I can try to help you. And I was like, oh, really? He said, yeah. And I wasn't scared. So he picked me up in a freaking all black. I think it was a Land Cruiser,
Damn.
fucking at Hungry Jack's. And I was a bit, and all my friends would go, "Oh man, he's gonna kill you." And I was
Yeah.
like, he won't do anything." And then I was like, "Take his number plate, and then if there's anything, you guys find him." Anyway, He dropped me onto the Muay Thai gym, Dip Muay Thai, advanced
Yeah,
martial art in Cooperoo. And that Dip was my first ever trainer. And then that's how I got into Muay Thai. We did.
fantastic. And now Deep, I think, is based in Ballarat in Victoria. Is
Yeah,
that correct?
yeah.
Yeah.
The funny story is I was with Dip, and then Mark Christmas introduced me to Kenny. So Kenny Jean mentioned he's like a father. Actually, he's like a father to me, man. And then this guy, without him, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Mm,
You know what I mean? You know, because I was still getting in trouble even though I was going to gym. So Dip moved to Ballarat in 2000. I think was it 6 or 7.
mm,
Yeah, around that, either 7 or 8. I don't know. Around that roughly. I think I was like probably 15,
mm,
15 or 15. Because yeah, my introduced me in grade 8, and I used to train in grade 8, and then in grade 9, going to grade 10, that's when Dip moved to Ballarat, and then I went out trained with Nugget, and then so Kenny took me to Nugget, my dad took me to Nugget, and after I trained Nugget for 1 year, and then that's when we had the police case, and then we beat the case and helped me get a lawyer. And then Nugget, who put on Evolution, I was the last fighter on Evolution. Nugget McCain, he's one of the most beautiful soul, man. Everyone's oh he looks ginger, whatever. That we all it is, but without Nugget, I won't be in with my dad and Nugget, I won't be in Thailand. So Dip
mm,
moved to Battle right now. I was like, oh Dip, I want to come with you. But then Dip said, no, you stay in school, you know. And then my dad took me to Nugget, and then I trained with Nugget. I had my last fight with Nugget, 16 fighting in Australia, one loss, and
mm.
then that's when I went to Thailand, and then they introduced me to Imminent Air.
Yes,
Yeah, so that was
yes.
it.
Because I remember there was a lot of ties with Eminent Air and the Nugget Thai boxing gym. I
Yeah,
think there was Soren that was training
yeah,
there.
sorry, Mark Tong, and then there was Dean Daddy Cool went there to train there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the,
Okay.
the golden time of the golden era of the gym.
Yeah, it was Nugget. Possibly, it wasn't for NTG. Not many fighters would be going to Thailand.
Yes.
And Nugget, like, people don't give Nugget credit, man. He did a lot for the industry of Australia.
Mm,
Everyone gave the credit to John Wayne Park, but I feel like Nugget is the real G behind, you know, the
mm,
martial art of Australia Muay Thai. Without him, it wouldn't be ever. He's the one that gave John Wayne Park the spotlight on Evolution. All the big fighters on Evolution. Without him, there would be no, you know, blueprint of. If everyone talk about the blueprint of Muay Thai, Nugget is the one that introduced it to the promotion side.
100%. And also, I sense that the Evolution show was one of a kind.
Oh
Um,
man, it
yeah.
was huge.
Mm,
Yeah, it was quite so huge, bro. Like it was one of the kind, man. Like it's unbelievable. And Nugget did a lot for me, man. Like even when I was in Thailand, I remember when I started there, they would take my money and they would do this. And then like, over there they treat people like shit, especially if you're a fighter. You know what I mean?
mm.
I'll win Toyota tournament, I'll get like 300,000 baht or half a million baht. And I will check, but I'll end up with nothing, bro.
Oh, what?
and I, and I, and then I will win, like so, and then I'll come second and all that. But it is what it is. In Thailand, it's the same. The gym was great. Like, and then I give one, and then Nugget will come and pick me up, and then he will go and buy me, like food, and then give me a bit of money. So you know what I mean. He helped me, out. And then my dad would send me money as well too. So now I moved to gym. So it was really, it was good, man. It's like you have the shit and the souffle. To get to the souffle, you gotta smell the shit. So
100%, man. So what I see is there's three key players in your, or four key players in your journey up until Eminent Air. There's
yeah.
Mark who picks you up to go to
Mm,
Dip Muay Thai, who's the second person. Then
mm,
there's Kenny, who's your like a father figure, and Nugget.
yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you got Kenny and your father figure who are instrumental in sort of your time in Thailand, because
Yeah.
what's happening is you're not getting taken care of despite winning the big fights.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hectic, man.
Yeah,
And
and I got all the big fight, bro. Like I was like when I went to Thailand, I remember, and I told Mr. Sambu, and I was like, I want to be like the Thai, and everyone was laughing at me, you know what I mean? And I said, no, I want to be like the Thai. I want to train and fight and live like the Thai. And a lot they say, oh, falang, yeah, falang mimi na, falang me kenglang, falang me kenglang. Pum
Making
pum
like,
ba, yeah, pum pum baga, pum kenglang, yeah, yeah. And then he said, oh, me pilay, falang geleo, you know, someone nung chimo, oh,
nung
gabano.
sumo,
I said,
nung sumo,
yeah.
sabay, yeah.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no, pum, you need. Okay, and
yeah,
everyone laughing at me, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
and I literally like, and then I told him, and I started sparring, and I was the first in the gym. I was the last one in there.
Mm,
Man, my work ethic is off the roof. You can ask anyone around me, but I'm a workaholic, you know.
mm,
And everyone go, oh, everything was given to you, or because of who you knows and your connection. I'm like, no, no, no. I work hard for it. They didn't go and fight me. They didn't go and fight Booker 2 times. They didn't go and fight Sanchai 2 times. They didn't go and fight some like 2 times. They didn't go and fight
yes,
Yo Senpai once. Sanchai, I mean Superbone, you know, like uh, Kim Sampino,
yes,
Sakadao, you know, all these people. They didn't even go and fight them for me. I fought all of them, you know. So
yes. And I think I don't know if you believe in God or anything like that, but
I
it's
do, bro.
yes, you do.
Without God, like this is my destiny, bro. Like,
Mm,
how can someone, Australian God, right? And Mark Christmas is a very, very genuine person, right? But if you see him, yeah, everyone gonna, yeah, he might be an OG, but who cares? You know what I mean? A guy who never know you at 1 a.m. in the morning, help you to hide from the police,
yes,
take you to a gym and pay his hard-earned money for you to train in that gym without not expecting anything back.
yes,
And then through him, you met another guy who doesn't know you, who doesn't want nothing from you, take you in his house like a, you know, like your son, give you food, give you money, buy you clothes, take you in and put you in his house and sleep and feed you and tell you that I love you, send you to Thailand for 4 or 5 years,
mm,
supported you. Even to this day, we still talk without not wanting one penny from you. Through that person, introduced to Nuggets,
yes,
put you to Thailand, and Nugget pick you up, take you around Thailand, show you, give you money, give you food. Let's just forget about the money, but just the effort.
yes.
And you telling me that's not God?
Yeah, nah, it has to be. It has to be.
You know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
A kid from
100%.
Liberia, from another out continent,
100%.
and on another continent with the island, a little country on the island on the west coast with a population of 5 million people, come into another continent, a country called Australia.
Yes.
Man, come on, man. If it's not God, who is it?
Yeah, it's not a series of coincidences. I think you definitely have a God-given gift in combat sports and to inspire. I saw one of your videos. You want to inspire other Africans as well, because not many Africans have sort of done what you've done. I think the first African before you in Thailand that I can think of from the top of my head was Danny Bill.
Yeah, Danny
Uh,
Built, he's from France, but he was a legend. I used to follow him. I like him.
yeah, yeah, and then you sort of did your own thing with paving the way for refugees from Australia from an African background going to Thailand. And yeah, you mentioned your resume, which is like super super impressive, man. Like super impressive. Were all these fights with the MNN Air Gym?
Yeah, I had all this fight with Eminent. One thing I can give you, man, Eminent Air Gym was the greatest, one of the best gym in Thailand, bro. And I would say that they're one of the best gym in Bangkok, in Thailand,
Yes.
period, right?
Mm,
And I would give a credit to where credit man be, man. P Falap, and I said to my dad and I, we promised, whatever Falap name, we will give it to him, and because that's the kind of person who he is. This guy was freaking 5 a.m. or 3 a.m. if I'm not coming training in the gym, he will fucking get a bucket of water and wait for me to go and train.
mm,
You know what I mean? I remember I would like this guy would take care of me,
damn. Okay.
train me to the point where I still want to train, even though he's tired, he's sick. He will stay training even when he's sick. He's not 100%.
Mm,
Yes, me and Simboon, we have the owner. We had a bit of altercation where he got angry because I fought the Kulon fight. I think I won the Kulon fight, the 16-man tournament. I think it was the second one or the first one. The second one, because the first one I lost to the Russian. The second one, I think I won the second one, and where I got around was $50,000, and then I said I took a percentage, whatever it is, I end up with $30,000, and then I give that to my dad and everything, and then Mr. Samboon got angry with me because he wanted his percentage, but I wasn't training with that, and I wanted to give Falaf some money. And then he pistol whipped me, so my dad came and got me, and Nugget came and helped me. They took me out of that. And yeah, well, it's gonna go crazy, but it's style, and you know how it is. And it's dog eat
Mm,
dog, and there's no law over there. If you want to go against it, you go against it. So, and
mm.
that's how I left, and I went to FA Drip and stuff. So we left on a bad turn.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and when we left on the bottom, it was all because the money is the root of our evil, you know. But I went when I go there, if I have chance, I'll go and see if I'll give me like 2,000, whatever, 2,000, about what I can. But yeah, we told myself whatever Allah me, even sick, whatever it is, we would contribute to help that. That's the only.
Mm,
I really want to help Allah out, but I can't do it without not, going to the gym and seeing it. So if I'm
yes,
going to the gym, I need to take someone with me who I know that can protect me and stuff and everything. So yeah.
100%. So despite like some of the bad things that happened at Eminent Air, there were also many positives as well.
Oh man, there was more positive than the negative.
Mm.
You know what I
And
mean? I won't lie, man. It's one of the best gym ever. They treat you fair. I mean, I say when it comes to the money, but training wise, the guy did a lot of goods for a lot of people. You
mm,
know, he did a lot of goods for a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and ruin his name. He helped out a lot of Westerners, and
mm,
he did help out a lot of Thai.
mm,
It's to the point where this is what it said when you come up. You say yes to everything, but you never read the blueprint, the fine
mm,
line, the fine detail. And then when you get there, you start earning a bit of net, but then you realize, oh, you're being ripped off. But then it's too late to try to change. But then when you want to change things, it's too late. And then that's how, conflict
mm.
starts.
For sure, for sure. One thing I'm curious about is I was reading about Danny Bill's experience as someone of a black skin color training in Thailand and some of
Oh,
the treatment he received. Did you experience anything like similar to that when you first
uh,
came to Thailand?
yeah, I did a lot. So in Thailand, everyone call me Edam. Edam, you hear Edam,
Ah,
man. Oh,
mm,
Edam, Lona. Oh, yeah.
mm,
So, but I never understand. Till after the first 2 years, then I started understanding culture. Then I started to research the culture. There's not for me. And then when I went to China as well, because I was fighting in China as one stage too. They're worse than the Thai as well too. You know what I
mm.
mean? You be walking on the street, they'll come and do this to your skin color. They thought it's a dirt or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So in Thailand, yes, I had a bit of, people can call it racism, but for me, I call it a cultural shock. Where you know a a guy telling you say you black and you ugly, but he's not even louder than you. You know what I mean? Where it's like, you're ugly, or I mean you're dark, so you're ugly, so you don't belong here. You know what I mean?
Mm,
But you belong somewhere else.
mm,
So and then the great thing with people, like, he didn't really look at me as a black person. He looked at me, my trainer looked at me as a person.
mm,
But people within this camp look at you as a color of skin. So and then that's you experience that. Girls will call you ugly because you're black. And then if you go places, they look down on you. They think because the black people, the culture is like the more darker you are, the more ugly and poor you are, and that means you are labor. But then the more lighter you are, the more beautiful you are, and more wealthy and educated you are.
mm, mm,
And
mm,
that's the culture in Thailand. So when I understand that, it didn't really face me. But now going back, it's better now than back in the day. Back in the day in 2012, it was 11. It was pretty horrible.
mm.
You'd be walking on the street, people going, hey, damn, money, money, money. But they never
Yeah,
told you, you know
yeah.
what I mean? Hey, black man, come here, come here, come here. And then if you
Mm.
don't turn around and say, hey, damn, he here, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But for me, it never faced me because for me, I'm not kind of person where the word doesn't face me because words just a thing.
Mm,
So you want to take action. People that talk a lot more, you know, I feel sorry for them.
mm, mm, mm. So do you find like a difference in like your experiences with racism in Queensland versus in Thailand?
The different in Queensland. they will smile in your face and they'll be nice to you, but then on your back, it's different story. So
Got you.
that's the most dangerous one.
Mm,
Where you have, I think, one of my friend in my childhood friend, his dad was white supreme, but I didn't even know
mm,
till like I think I was in grade grade 9. That's when I found out, and I stopped hanging around with him. You know, so because they'll see the Nazi fucker was in the house, but I didn't know that. But I used to go to them house, and the dad never even said hi to me or anything like that. But the son was me and him were good friends. And then when I get to find out, then I was like, then I told him, man, I can't hang around with you anymore because I'm afraid. He said, what do you mean? I said, oh, I heard that your dad is doing so. And then he didn't even have an idea what his dad was into either.
mm,
So I said, okay, we can still be friends, but I won't just go to your house anymore. So
mm,
that's the
mm.
most scary part about it, where you know you will have someone don't like you for your skin color, but they won't tell you. They'll just smile in your face, but then at your back,
Yeah.
they are more dangerous.
Yes. Yeah.
Where you go, Harlan, they'll just say it right in your face. You know what I mean? I prefer
Yep.
that you tell me in my face, then I know what I'm dealing with.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. That's a very interesting take on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Mm.
how I prefer you tell me, hey, you are black and I don't like you. Then you saying, hey, how are you? But in your heart, oh fucking I hate this black cunt. Sorry for my language. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah. Got you. Got you. Victor, your career in with Eminent Air saw you fight guys like you mentioned earlier, Super Bon, Bokal, Yotsen Kwai, Sakadao, Dennis Zuev, some great Western kickboxers too.
Fabio
Sergio
Benka.
Fabio Pinca, Sergio
Yeah,
Kuliaba, you versus Josh Mendonca, who's the
yeah.
first non-Western Rajadamnern champion.
That was my second my first fight in Thailand.
Your first fight in Thailand. So your
My
first fight in Thailand was against a Rajadamnern champion. Like that's
And
hectic.
I didn't even know. Everyone because they watched my video from Nugget Game Evolution where I was doing like because the hot chili. That's when Nugget gave me the name hot chili because I was doing all the fancy kicks. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I was like a kangaroo. You know what I mean? Hopping, kicking, punching, man. You know. So and then when they seen that, they said, "Oh, but I didn't even know who I was fighting."
That's hectic. Yeah,
You know,
Josh
and
Mendonca.
then
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't even know who was that. And I got in there the first 3 rounds. I smashed the guy, and the
Yeah.
guy won 2 rounds, and just knee and knee and knee and knee, and then he won the fight. And then I was
Mm.
so angry with that, so I didn't really understand.
Yes, yes. Uh, Actually, that's something I want to talk about because that 5 rounder would have been
Mm.
using the gambling rules
Yeah,
because with the clinching in Thailand, that's what the gamblers want. Was that like coming from Australian Muay Thai where it's just every round counts for itself? Going
yeah,
to Thailand, you're fighting in the Thai way. Was that sort of difficult to understand, or did you sort of pick it up as time went
man,
on?
it was so difficult to understand because I literally smashed the guy for the whole first 3 rounds.
Yes.
Man, I was punching him, I was kicking, front kicking, jumping knees. And then round 4, the guy just fucking come in and just grab me and knee, kick, and then I'll catch and I'll punch, I'll kick, then you just knee. Round 5, he just did the same, and then I was halfway in the round, he just moved around and then saw the teeth. And then everyone was like, go, go, go. I'm like, what? I'm winning the fight. And so I didn't really understand. And I was really
Mm,
pissed off after that. And then
mm,
they had to explain it. And it took me, I think it was like then I fought, I think then when they tried to explain it to me, then I started to understand. And then when I fought in Bangna Stadium, I knocked out the guy in the second round. Then that's when I went and fought in the Toyota tournament.
That's
Yeah.
hectic.
So yeah, and then everyone's saying, "Oh, Jordan's the champion." He's there. I'm like, "Yeah, the guy's shit. The guy's shit. He didn't beat me." And they say, "No, you did." And I'm like, "Man, what did he have? Man, look at his face and look at my face.
Yes.
His face is everywhere. You know what I mean?" And I smashed him. He run away. And they said, "No, that's not how it works." They say in Australia you definitely win. And I said, "Yeah, but I win there." And they say, "You don't understand." So it was very frustrating.
Mm. And how many fights did you have like that before you sort of went into your entertainment style Muay Thai or kickboxing?
So I fought a guy from Bangnam Stadium. I think what was his name? He was a Thai, and he was fucking good, man. No, no, it was a Westerner. I knocked him out, and then I came back into Bangnam Stadium, and I fought a Thai.
Mm.
I think finally he was like a star champion,
Okay.
and then yeah, he did the same shit to me, and then I went to the Toyota tournament,
Yep.
and then I came. That's when I fought Pep Kong in the final.
Pet Hong Kong.
Yeah, Pep Kong in his frown. I didn't even know who the fuck it was. I remember Mr. Sabu calling me. Oh, you could beat this guy, I'll put you on Channel 7 TV. Apparently, there's no Western Opponent fight on Channel 7 TV. Sanjay, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. He said, you win this fight, no problem. I'll put you Channel 7. I said, okay, you know. And I went there blasting in the first round. I nearly knocked him out in the second round, but then in the first round, I knocked him out in the second round. The guy just came in and started kneeing and kick, and I check, and then I punch him. The guy just clinch, tear around. He came in again, boom, boom, halfway, let it go, and then he win the fight. So I did, and then that's when I started to understand that people have started to take me serious now because it looks like, this kid got a bit of talent, and that's when he started training me, and then changed
Mm.
my whole style into the Eminem Free Moon, and I got Eminem,
Femur,
yeah,
femur. Yeah,
Free
yeah.
Moon, yeah, you got Free Moon, man, yeah, Teep, and Saw, and Deep, and I'm like, okay, no problem, and that's when
Oh,
everything started
okay.
to
So your
settle in.
Thai style sort of developed once you even after a few fights in Thailand, then you sort
Yeah,
of started getting taken care of.
yeah, then I started get taken care of. Now they understand that. It took, I think, pretty much like after 3 to 4 months. So within that three to
Wow.
four months, I probably had like, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 fights.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because I fought Toyota, then I fought. So my first fight was the King birthday, then Bangna Stadium 2 fight, and then Toyota tournament. That was a 3 fight because I went to the final, I lost the final, and then I came back. I fought at Lumpini Stadium on my birthday. I missed this imminent promotion, and then I went there and I fought another Toyota tournament with that's when I fought what's his name what's his what's the legend who was a boxer.
Some
Uh,
luck.
some luck, yeah. That's when I
Yeah.
fought some luck in the final of the World T. Yeah. So that's when after I fought some luck in the final, I started taking me serious now, and then that's when
Um,
I started to get, you know, the big fight now.
yeah. And then from there was Kunlun, Max Muay Thai,
Yeah,
those sort of shows.
yeah. And then
In
they got
yeah,
Warrior Way, and then they got the Top King, Top King series came in,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then Max. I saw Max Muay Thai, and then Top King series came in. Then Warrior Way, the Warrior Way. They start going to Macau and stuff, and that's
yeah.
how we started traveling around. And then the top promoter started to look after us.
Right. When you started to verse these big names, what's going through your head? Because do you think about it a lot or not really?
To be honest, I didn't even know who they were.
Damn. Okay.
Like even now I'm doing boxing. I don't even know when you find someone from. How people like they go, oh, this is guy is good, it's good. I mean, I don't look at it that way.
Mm,
I look at it, I'm like, okay, he's a human being, and I'm a
yes.
human being. The other Westerners are gonna go, oh, that's Bokar. Oh, he's a legend, and I'm like, what do you mean? You go, oh, he's a tight end, and I didn't even know who he were when I was fighting him.
Really?
Yeah, so I think maybe that's what, because I didn't really give a shit. Yeah, like,
That's it.
look, man, like this is what I love about the game, right? If you're good enough, you make a good decent living. You make millions, right? You make good living, right? And I say now, I get to punch this guy, and then they pay me. What the heck?
Yeah.
Well, I won't do it. Or he
Mm,
punched me and I get paid. But either way, one person has to lose
mm,
and no one get in trouble. Where
mm.
before I was doing it for free and I was getting in
In
trouble.
trouble. Yeah.
And I said, and I didn't know because I didn't really Google the fighters and my trainer never fought. I didn't really talk to me about who I'm fighting. In Thailand, they just say, oh, you fighting him? No problem. Then the fighter will watch the tape and say, okay, this is how we're going to do, keep punch, and then you train for it, and then you go and fight.
Mm, mm.
And that was it. So I remember when I found Booker, everyone saying it's Booker, and I'm like, who the heck is this guy?
Wow. Okay.
And I and then they said, oh, he's dangerous. He won the K1 Max, and I'm like, okay, man, I'm dangerous. I fought in Australia. I won 16 fights. I mean, I won 15 fights. I lost one. I'm from the best gym in the NTG.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, sir, you should be afraid of me. I'm gonna have to fly kick him. And people like that's what I used to say. And people used to laugh at me. People thought, you know, I need because for me I don't have respect for anyone. If I get in the ring, there's no respect.
Yep. Yeah. You don't care who their
After
name
that,
is.
yeah,
Doesn't
who's the
matter.
name? So I didn't
Yeah.
know. Maybe that's one of the great things that helped me out in my career because I didn't know who they were at that time.
Mm, mm,
And then people were saying it, and I didn't really give a shit, and I just wanted to
mm,
punch. That was
mm.
it.
Would you say which parts of your career were more foundational to your fighting style? Was it your time in Australia where you had your first 16 fights, or was it your time in Eminent Air when you started you were working with the Thais?
I think it was a bit of both, you know,
Mm.
because when I was training with Dib is a star.
Yes.
So when I tell with Dib, like I was kicking kids in the head, knocking them out. In my first, I was in my uh first 6 fight, it was a knockout because I lost my first fight and then I drew my second one with John Empire Boy, and then after that I started to win, and then I started to knock kids out with a head kick. So Dib was the foundation because he was a Thai, so he would teach me kick, punch, teep. You know what I mean? Then when I went to Nugget, that's when Nugget started teaching me with the more, like the fancy kicks. And then my dad will also help me because my dad is an old school. He'll come in the backyard and then we'll be training with the leaf. Then I'll chop punch the leaf and then I'll head kick the leaf, the tree and
Mm.
stuff. So and then so that's when I think I started to get the foundation from. And then when I went to Thailand, that's when then I realized, okay, the Western style, unless you knock the Thais out, that's the only way you're gonna win.
Mm.
And then Falas started to implement the Thai style now with the free moon style. How to, you can lose round 1 to 3, but then if you win round 4, the championship round, then you win the fight.
Yes.
And then which one scored the most? The kick, a clean kick to the body land more, and the knee to the body land more. And front kicks pushing them back. The punches, yeah, punches doesn't really land more. And elbow do more damage. So then I started understanding. Then that's when I started to get the foundation going.
That makes sense. Mm. So it's like a collection of everything.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
collection of everything.
Nice. And you went to FA group after. How long were you at FA group for? I didn't know you went to FA group.
I went there. I think I was there for about a year,
Okay.
and then I went back to San Santino.
Oh yeah, yeah, I went to sit on Pinot. There's footage of you training with Sidichai.
City Child
Yeah,
will go for training partners.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
When you were at FA group, did you still get the same opportunities that you were getting at Eminent Air?
Nah,
At,
nah, it wasn't. It was different because they had their own Westerners over there. So Sesson was giving me fight because Sesson was looking after me when I left from England there. He was getting that's when Sesson started getting me fight in Kulu fight now. You know.
oh, okay.
Yeah, because when I had a fought out Mr. Zambon, then Sesson started getting me more with Kulu fight. And then when I went to FA group, it wasn't the same. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I would just go. I would stay trained. I would say because I was still a workaholic. I would still do my own training, but I wasn't looking for um, a handout.
Mm,
I
got
just
you.
gonna do. Yeah, I wasn't there to make friends or whatever. I just gonna do my training then f off, and then I would just pay them, and that was it. But there was no special treatment with that, nothing. When I went to Saint Sampina, it was good. That's when a team, the owner started looking because he's Australian, so he was looking after me. And then I got a city child there, so the training was way more harder.
Yep. Yep. Cool. Cool.
Because
So,
F8 is just knees, man. F8 group is a lot of is
hmm,
one cow, D.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. So in terms of the opportunities, it's different to what you had at Eminent Air.
Yeah.
FA Group, yeah. Okay, got you.
Even I think when I left him in there, then that's when I went straight into kickboxing. So that's when the Muay Thai was there to me. Because imminent air, like that's when I was there. And then when I went there, that's when I transferred now into more kickboxing. That's when I
Mhm.
started doing Kulon fight now and everything. Because when I left, I couldn't fight Muay Thai anymore. And I couldn't fight in Thailand anymore. That's when I started fighting in China.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Sumbun banned me.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah,
of
that's when,
the little falling out you had.
yeah, the little point out and yeah, and he said we had a contract and everything. So we had a for that, and then I couldn't fight in Thailand. That's why I never fought in Thailand after that.
Oh, that's
That's when
that's
I,
really that's really interesting, man. Because I've heard stories like this where there's a foreigner living
mm,
in a gym in Thailand, and if something goes wrong, then that foreigner usually gets a limited opportunities, or sometimes in your case, no opportunities at all.
no, I couldn't fight Muay Thai anywhere. I
Yeah.
remember I had an opportunity to fight was Josh again. I had an opportunity to fight Josh
Uh,
for the WPMF and Mr. Samu Bennett in Bennett. And then I
yeah,
had
right.
another one to fight in Lumpini before they can break the Lumpini down. I had opportunity to fight in Lumpini. What's his name? Sekadao.
Sagadao. Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to fight Sekadao for the belt because he was a champion at Lumpini.
Mm,
Yeah, and Mr. Sambu Bennett because Sekadao fought Fabio Pinga and Fabio Pinga beat him. And then I fought Fabio Pinga and I beat him. That's how I became the world max Muay Thai champion.
yes.
And then yeah, and then Sasa, I don't know how Sasa did it. They got me an opportunity to fight Sekadao for the Lumpini champion. I think it was a 147.
Mm,
Yeah, and then Mr. Sambu Bennett.
yeah, right. So even though you moved gyms, your
Yeah,
opportunities were limited.
man, it was hard. That's why I started to fight overseas.
Yep, that makes sense. That makes sense. And so then you went to Sison Pinong after, got some really good training there too.
Yeah, yeah.
Still fighting on the kickboxing international shows.
That's it.
Uh, yeah. What prompted your move to come back to Australia?
I just I met a beautiful woman,
Okay.
and then
In Thailand or in Australia? In Thailand
in
or
Thailand, but I met her through a friend. She's a Hungarian,
okay.
a beautiful wife. Yeah, I met her, and it wasn't the same anymore because I couldn't fight in Thailand. So what really triggered the move to Australia? It was I feel like I was just a Westerner and I was just a tools,
Mm,
and then because I love to fight in Thailand, and I
mm,
couldn't fight on any more the bigger show like. Uh, Top Kings, I couldn't find any more Top Kings. I couldn't find a maximum chat. I couldn't find a Rotterdam Stadium. I couldn't find anything anymore.
yes.
I was only doing kickboxing. I'm like, okay, what's the point if I'm already doing the kickboxing? I just go back home and train kickboxing and then
Yes.
just fly from Australia and go to China and fight.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's what actually pumped me because I
So
started to get depressed and stuff. Then I was lonely. I was there for almost 6 years, bro. I went there
yeah,
in 2011 or 12, and I left from there 2000. I think it was 15 or 16.
that's crazy, man. And I think when you just all you're doing is training, nothing else, and your mind goes a little bit like can go a bit depressed.
I love it. I wasn't like, yes, I was depressed and stuff, but for me, it's like, what else do I have if I
Mm,
don't do it? Who can I
yep.
go home and to and cry to?
Mm,
My dad,
true.
the ones that helping me out, working hard to support me. So I'm not just
Mm,
fighting for myself.
true.
You know what I mean? So this is
Yeah.
what I'm still doing it because I still owe him. Because I'm not successful yet. People go, oh, you've been successful. Yes, I make money, but I never see it in the kickboxing. Now I want to do that in the boxing where now I got the understanding and knowledge. Yes, I'm 31, but I'm still in my prime. I'm still
Mm,
young when it comes to boxing.
yes.
So it's still keeping me going, not discipline. So for me, it's like I got no one home to go home and cry to.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
have slept on the floor in Thailand.
Mm,
I have slept on the ring in Thailand. So what am
true.
I gonna go home to and cry to? My dad, the one that believe in me,
You had no
go home and
option. You had to
it,
succeed.
there's no option. There is no return, man. I'm the point of no return. There's only one way. I will
Mm,
make it,
mm,
and I will become someone that he proud of. He always say he proud of me, but in my mind, I know that I've already achieved a world champion level in Muay Thai. Now I want to do it in boxing,
yep.
and I
Yep.
promise him I will get it before I can die, and I will do it.
Mm. So that's sort of where you are now.
Yeah,
Before you transitioned into boxing, you were in the power play gym, doing
yeah.
some fights with
With Joe
Joe.
Nadas.
Yeah, yeah. How many fights did you have with power play before you transitioned over to boxing?
Oh, I was there for 2 years. I probably have a few fights. But
Yep.
Joe Nadas was coming with me in the Kulung fight.
Okay.
Yeah, it was man. He's a good trainer, bro. He's
Mm,
mad. Yeah, Joe Nadas is a great person.
yes.
You
And
know,
and he,
he's
and you had a good team around you too. It looks like.
yeah. Oh man, I had the best team. I had Robin Manili next to me. I had um Mule, Mule the Moroccan. And I had a lot of people around me, bro. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Marco Zavara was training with us at that time.
yep.
Well, so man, like Joe Nader is freaking. He's one of the best trainer in Melbourne. Man, he
Yeah.
pushed you to the limit.
That's
You
awesome.
know? Yeah, man. I got man. I was on my finest fitness when because it was kickboxing style. His
Yeah.
style is more like the Dutch style.
Mm, mm, mm.
You know? Bang, 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 bang. Everything is anger, aggression.
Yes.
Every punch you want to taste blood. So that was
Yes.
his mentality.
Yes. And then I also saw in an interview that you did that you were training twice a day, getting up at 4:30 in the morning, working during the day, and then training in the evening as well.
Yeah,
And like one thing you said that stuck out to me was like, I'll sleep when I die, but right now I don't have time for sleep.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
that was
crazy.
that's my principle. You know what I mean? Because the reason why I had to get another job as well, because when we came to Melbourne, yeah, my wife and I didn't want to ask my dad. I didn't want to ask anyone for help. I wanted to make it on my own. Man,
Mm.
the amount of help and the amount of blessing that God has blessed me to bless those people to help me. I didn't want to ask anymore. And then we came here, so I had to do something. And then my wife told me to put the table together, and I couldn't do it. So, and I felt very embarrassed as a man. So I went and got a job as a carpentry because I wanted to learn it. And that's how I become an apprentice. You know what I mean? So I used to wake up like freaking I don't know, like 3 or 4 in the morning and go for a run. And now I gotta be on the road by 6 o'clock.
Mm,
And then come straight from carpentry and then go straight to the gym and train and then do PTs and then go home and then eat bed by 10 o'clock and then do it all over again.
damn.
Man, it was what it's man, it was beautiful. I love every minute of it.
Mm, mm. And then after that, yeah, you went to boxing. What prompted the move to boxing?
I think when I with the kickboxing, I did everything that I
Mm,
promised myself that I was gonna do. And then I think the last fight that I had, I think it was away from Bokal. When I had the last for my last fight, it was with Bokal, and then the problem we came into an agreement with it when it came to the money, and the venue. I'm telling you, it was sold out. They had 150 tables.
oh wow.
It was sold out
Mm,
after a massive awards in Hong Kong.
mm.
So we had a they told me, okay, you're gonna get certain amount of thousands of dollars. And I said, oh fuck yeah, at least now I'm this is gonna help me for a while. After the event, I fucking got 2,000 US dollars.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, broken promises.
So I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, that's not even 1% of what I meant to get. You already fought. What else can you do?
Mm,
You can't sue them. You can't do this, you know. And then yeah, and that's when I go, well, maybe this is sign God telling me to move on and do something
mm,
different.
mm.
And that's when yeah, I said fuck it. And then I took a year. I think I took a year off. And then I started to miss the discipline. And then I was then my attention got tracked to boxing. And that's when I started doing boxing.
Yeah, yeah, nice. And now you're climbing your way to the top in boxing.
Yeah, boxing
Nice
is
one.
politics, bro.
Politics.
Fucking but politics is worse than Muay Thai, bro.
Oh wow.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Fucking I don't know. Boxing politics and the real politician, which one is worse? I can't tell the difference.
You there was an interview where you were talking about the Americans were interviewing you and talking about like Devin Haney cambosis, and you're like, oh, I just want to stay out of it. I don't really get involved with that stuff. Is that
Mm.
very much your mentality with boxing? You just focus on the fighting, not really that other stuff.
Yeah, I don't really focus on that shit, bro. Like for me, it's like one thing I learned from Muay Thai. Muay Thai is like that. They teach you to mind your business.
Yes.
It's only you and your vision and your goal.
Yeah.
Muay Thai, here you fighting tomorrow. Okay, that's it. You get ready and fight.
Yes.
You want to be the best. Okay, he's the best. You go and get it.
Mm.
Train, mind your business. Train, eat, sleep, and shit. That's martial art, and that's Muay Thai.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Boxing and talk shit to self fight. Do this, do this. It's not my thing. You know what I mean? So for me, is that my mentality is that okay, I put myself in this little hole. I hide myself over here. I'm on my business. I know what I'm capable of, and I know who around me. Even though it's like the more quiet person is the most dangerous person. So, and I don't want to say much thing. And if you don't want to put me on, it's okay. Someone else's will. I'm a fighter. I'm not a cheerleader. I'm not here to talk shit. And I said that's the mentality of me that I got from martial art, from Muay Thai. And that's what I'm trying to do now. And just focus on my own business, mind my business, sit in my little place, do my training, give me the fight, I show up and
That's
pay me.
it.
Then I go
Yeah.
home.
Mm. Do you see that there's like an aside from the politics, is there at least more honesty about money in
Yeah,
boxing?
yeah, boxing they tell you what you're getting. If you're not
Yeah.
happy, it's all about everyone gotta eat.
Yeah.
That's one thing I realized in boxing. The
Yes.
manager's gotta eat, the trainer's gonna eat, the promoter has to eat. So if you can't sell tickets, they don't want you on the show. They gotta go both ways.
Yes. Yes.
So it's a bit more fair.
Yeah. Sure.
And they're not gonna put you on if you're not gonna bring money. It's business. It's like you go into the shop, right?
Yeah.
You buy stuff, you exchange product for money.
Yes.
If you can't afford it, you not pay for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's boxing it. So I understand it. So if I go to a promoter, hey, I can sell 3 tables, or I got a sponsor. I'm lucky, man. I got Coalition, Haas, one of the greatest people around me to support me, and then my dad, Kenny Cat. And if I go, hey, I can sell 3 tables, and then plus my gym, I can get 3 tables. People want to come and support me. Promoter, this is how much can you pay me? And this. If you say, hey, Vic, this is what I want, can you do it? If we both come to an agreement, no problem.
Yeah.
That's
Amazing.
boxing for you.
You still have the support from sort of day one, and
Yeah,
going back to the point about God, it's almost like everything happened as it should have in your
yeah,
career to
mm,
help you become the fighter and man that you are today. Like
yeah.
everything was like necessary.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool, man.
and it's God, man. Like for me, I believe in God, man. Like without Him, bro, I wouldn't even be here. The amount of the amount of problems and obstacles, and just general, you know. And He just blessed me, man. Bless people to bless me. It's
Yeah.
just God, man. Everything happened for a reason. That's why I don't cry over a spilled milk,
Mm.
And if the milk is wasted, it's for a reason, If someone don't like you, it's for a reason. And for me, it's like I can go and sit by myself and have a coffee. I don't need anybody around me. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm that kind of person. You know, I don't need someone to come and sit next to me for to go and have a coffee to talk. I can
Yeah.
go and have a coffee by myself. I can
Yeah.
go and sit for myself.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And that God will send the good people around me who meant to be in my life. And if in my life, I will give you my respect and I'll make sure I tell you how I understand.
Yes.
You know, and that's it.
Fantastic, man. Fantastic. Great to hear your a bit of your story and your mentality. I really appreciate your time.
Nah, thanks, man. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Uh, where can people find you, Victor? You have a gym in Ballarat. Social media, everything like that. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Victor Nagbe, and then you can find me in Ballarat. Yeah, Victory Fitness Evolution. That's my boxing gym, and Victor Nagbe official. That's my Facebook page, and then yeah, and then you just type my name on Google, I'll pop up.
Awesome, man. Victor,
Yeah.
I thank you again, man, and I look forward to continuing following your journey.
No worries, man. Thank you so much for your time and your effort. I really appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, man. Talk soon,
See you,
bro.
man. Bye
See you,
bye.
man.
Bye.